3 years had passed since Gao Tu fled the country with his son, Lele, thanks to Shen Wenlang's Omega father. Gao Tu and his loyal friend Ma Heng had found refuge in Country V. Far away from the torment of the past, Gao Tu's life had changed completely. Time and the unconditional love of little Lele had healed wounds that once seemed impossible to close. Gao Tu, who once lived in shadows of fear and pain, now carried himself with new strength. His body was healthier, his mind calmer, his heart softer. Every day, Lele's innocent laughter reminded him that life still had meaning. One evening, during a family dinner, Lele's eyes lit up. His birthday was coming soon, and with the pure excitement of a child, he declared, "Daddy, I want to go to the amusement park." Fei, Ma Heng's Omega lover, watched Lele with a fond smile. The boy's happiness was contagious. His joy lit up the entire room. But later that night, everything changed. While scrolling the evening news, Fei suddenly froze. A familiar face appeared on the screen, Shen Wenlang, and the words slipped from his lips before he could stop them. "No wonder I always thought Lele looked familiar. He looks just like Shen Wenlang." Fei had no idea of the truth. Only Ma Heng and Gao Tu knew. Ma Heng stiffened, panic flashing in his eyes. He turned to Gao Tu, who gave a bitter, trembling smile and whispered, "Yeah, maybe just a little." Meanwhile, far away at HS Group headquarters, in Shen Wenlang's office, a little boy named Peanut sat comfortably in his godfather's chair. Little Peanut was the beloved child of Hua Yang and Shang Xiaoyu, and since his parents were away on honeymoon, he had happily planted himself in Shen Wenlang's care. He adored calling him Daddy Wenlang, even though he knew perfectly well that Shen wasn't his real father. That day, Peanut's request was simple. "I want to go to the amusement park in Country V." Shen Wenlang chuckled and shook his head. "Wait for your parents to return. Let them take you." But Peanut wasn't giving up that easily. "Daddy Shang is too busy." "Please, Daddy Wenlang, I want you to take me." Before Shen could refuse again, Hua Yang, appearing on video call, smirked and chimed in. "You're going to Country V for a project anyway. Just take him along. He's a good kid, he won't cause trouble." Peanut nodded eagerly. "I'm a good boy. I promise I won't be naughty." Shen narrowed his eyes at Hua Yang. "If he's so easy, why didn't you take him on your honeymoon to Europe?" Hua Yang smirked. "Who takes kids on their honeymoon?" "Oh wait, I forgot." "You wouldn't understand. You've never had a wife." Shen's annoyance boiled over. "Who says I don't?" "Oh right," Hua Yang teased. "You had one, but your wife ran off with another alpha." The silence that followed stung like a blade. Shen Wenlang couldn't argue back. In the end, Shen gave in. Peanut got what he wanted, and together they flew to Country V. The trip was planned for 5 days. On the final day, Shen promised Peanut that he would take him to the amusement park. That morning, the park was alive with laughter and water splashes. Peanut ran around wildly, thrilled by every new attraction. But fate has a way of arranging impossible reunions. In his excitement, Peanut collided with another little boy who stumbled and fell, twisting his ankle. That boy was Lele. Both sides rushed forward. Fei immediately comforted Gao Tu, saying, "Don't panic. Lele just fell, it's nothing serious. We'll go to the hospital, don't worry." While Shen Wenlang checked on Peanut, he froze when he heard the name. "Gao Tu?" His voice trembled. He lifted his head and saw the face he had searched for endlessly these past 3 years. Gao Tu's face turned pale. His entire body shook. He instinctively stepped back, clutching Lele tightly. Shen Wenlang's voice broke the silence. "It's been a long time." Gao Tu. But even as he spoke to him, his eyes drifted again and again toward the child in Gao Tu's arms. A Mickey Mouse mask covered Lele's face, hiding what Shen longed most to see. The air grew heavy. Fei glanced between Ma Heng and Gao Tu, sensing something terribly wrong. Gao Tu clutched Lele so tightly the boy could hardly breathe. Lele, sensing his father's fear, stayed quiet and still. When Shen tried to approach, Ma Heng stepped forward protectively, but Shen's bodyguards restrained him instantly. And then Shen released his alpha pheromones, powerful and suffocating, forcing Ma Heng to his knees. "Let him go," Gao Tu cried out desperately. "This is between us." Those words, "between us," ignited a fragile spark of hope inside Shen Wenlang. At least, in Gao Tu's heart, there was still an us. Later, they sat inside a van to talk. Little Peanut was cheerful in the back seat, while up front sat Shen Wenlang, Gao Tu, and Lele's father's lap, still hidden behind the Mickey Mouse mask. When Shen hinted that Lele was his child, Gao Tu's face hardened. He denied it. "This boy belongs to another alpha." The words stabbed Shen's heart like knives, crushing the last hope he clung to. But Gao Tu had his own misunderstanding. Seeing Peanut calling Shen Daddy Wenlang, he thought the boy was Shen's child with Hua Yang. His chest ached unbearably at the thought. Shen quickly explained, "Peanut is Hua Yang and Sheng's child, not mine." He turned back to Gao Tu, voice trembling. "I've been looking for you all this time, but I couldn't find you." Gao Tu's lips quivered. He forced out the lie he had rehearsed 1,000 times. "Mr. Shen, we both have new lives now. Let the past go." "I already got rid of that baby. This child is not yours." Shen Wenling's heart shattered. He thought of the night long ago when Gao Tu had asked him, "If someday your Omega gets pregnant, what will you do?" Back then, his pride and coldness had ruined everything. If only he could turn back time, he would have told Gao Tu, "I may hate Omegas, but if that Omega is you, I'll love you with all my heart. I may not like children, but if it's your child, I'll protect them with my life." Regret consumed him. Every day since Gao Tu left, he had lived with nothing but emptiness, loss, and desperate searching. But compared to the sorrow of the adults, Peanut was still cheerful. He climbed onto Shen Wenling's lap, giggling. Facing Lele, he apologized. "Sorry I bumped into you earlier. Your mask is so pretty, can I borrow it?" Lele hesitated, but then slowly handed it over. Gao Tu instinctively wanted to stop him, but it was too late. The moment Shen Wenling's eyes landed on Lele's uncovered face, he froze, and then he smiled, because staring back at him was a smaller version of himself, same features, same spark, carved from his very soul. Shen thought to himself, "I don't even need a DNA test. He's mine." He could never belong to another alpha. After that day, Shen Wenlang could no longer stay away. What was supposed to be a short 5-day trip stretched into months. He moved next door to Gao Tu's home, stubbornly determined to win back his family. Every day he called Lele son, and every night he whispered "darling" to Gao Tu. He became the persistent neighbor who always found a reason to come over, who stole Lele's dad away under the stars. Day by day, his persistence softened Zhou Tu's walls. For 3 months, Shen Wenlang never gave up. He proposed to Gao Tu 7 times, pouring out the love and regret he had once hidden behind pride. And little by little, Gao Tu's heart began to tremble again. This wasn't just the story of an alpha and an omega. It was a story of regret, forgiveness, and second chances. For Shen Wenlang, fate had given him one more chance to love Gao Tu and his child. And this time, he vowed never to let go. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss the next emotional story.